Just think about it and you will definitely somehow find a job that's related to whatever it is that you want. And the beauty of working online is that it's easy to make a niche for yourself in the industry. Hello, welcome back to this channel. Thank you for coming back for more content. In case you're new here, this is my second video, but still, if you're new to this channel, here's a little about me. I'm Miriam. I'm a mom and a wife, and I work as a virtual assistant. Specifically, I'm a podcast assistant, and I created this YouTube channel to help you learn more about how to work online and what types of jobs are there and how to build a thriving venture in the online world, which is what I'm currently doing. And I'm welcoming you to this journey. In case you didn't watch the previous video with the more intro about me and what you can expect from this channel, check it out here. I'll put a link here, or I'll put a link in the description box. And if you're excited about more content like this, please ensure you subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell to get notified every time I publish a new video. Yeah, well, let's start. Today we are talking about what jobs are there online, or what kind of things can you do online. What I always tell people who ask me this question about what online jobs are there and where do I start, give me an example of an online job that I can get started with quickly. So what I tell most people is that most of the things that people do offline can be done online. So think of any job, most of the jobs that you do offline, say an admin. There are admins online, which is like a virtual assistant. So if you have been an executive assistant for the longest time, wow, if you'd like to switch and get a little more flexibility, you can work remote jobs as an virtual assistant, or specifically an executive assistant. Talking about the types of online jobs that are there, I have given them like different categories. I've not exhausted the list of the types of online jobs that are there. As I said, again, not an end all be all point of information, but a place where you can always start your research. I'll give you content and information that will, open your mind to think about, oh yeah, I heard about this on Miriam's video, let me go and research more about it. So I'm like your plug. These are all the things. Go find out more. I've put them in a few categories. I did 5 categories. And then I'll link an article or two about more types of online jobs. And you can just go through it, find more information about it. Let's start with content creation, because that's where I started my online journey. So content creation, there are different, like a zillion things that you can do in terms of content creation. So from writing, article writing, creating content. With writing comes other different things, from SEO to keyword research to copywriting to story writing to, there are different types of writing. When you pick something like writing, you can go nitty gritty and decide what it is that you want to do. Then there is something like graphic design, so creating posters, all those things that you see online with graphics. Well, graphic designers do that, and there are different tools and different skill levels depending with what it is that you want. You can create graphics for social media, all those short posts that go on social media, and those photos. In case you don't know, for like events, people create graphics for events, giving you all the information about an event, like a quick snapshot, right? So that is graphic design. And there are different types of graphic designers depending on what it is that you want to do. And under content creation as well, there is website design and website content, how to create the content in the website, things like that. So there is a lot under content creation, and I've just picked 2 types of jobs that are under content creation. There are more, as you've seen. Admin work, we talked about admin work. Say you're an executive assistant. Right now, you do some sort of admin work offline. You can definitely do it online as well as a remote worker. So, types of admin work, there is virtual assistant. So, the normal virtual, as I said, like an admin in an offline job who can do it online. There are general VAs who do all the kinds of things from calendar management to email management to social media. Whatever you can think of an admin to do, they will do. Those are general admins, even bookkeeping. And then you can always branch out or hone in on a specific field or area like a real estate VA, or even more specific like a social media manager, right? Those are all types of VAs, and even writers are always classified under VA, but yeah, you can classify yourself as a VA or specifically as a writer because it's type of VA work. Then there's customer service, customer representatives. You can be the one handling customers, emails, and all that, calls. People do that type of work online. Then another category is marketing and sales. Customer service and selling, it's similar to what sales agents do, which can be done online. Sales agents can also use social media for whatever it is that they want to be selling. You don't necessarily have, you can call people online. You don't have to physically meet them. You can set meetings on Zoom meetings, Google Meet, what have you. So that makes it easier to work online versus going physically to the place to talk to someone, right? And then there's social media, which is a big part of marketing these days. So people call themselves, they're in under social, okay, under my category of social media, right? This is not these are not the end all be or kind of categories. These are my kind of categorizing so that it's easier to explain. So under social media, under this marketing, there are social media managers, there are digital marketing people, there are even nitty gritty Facebook managers, Facebook community managers, there are Pinterest managers. Whatever it is, you can be a blanket. You do all types of social media, but you can also hone in on something that you are very excited, always interested on working on. There are even Instagram managers, just do Instagram, or Meta, Facebook and Instagram only. It's the online world is really big, and you can always create a space for yourself in the online world. Then there are you can do video production online, majorly video editing, which is the big thing that has come, especially with podcasting and advertising. So people don't really have to be, you don't, the videographer doesn't have to be the editor, doesn't have to do all the things. You can create a video, you can do it even yourself. As like a business owner or whoever it is, then you give someone to do the editing, give them the template, whatever it is that you want done, and they do it. Then they give you a finished product. So you can be a video editor working remotely, right? And then there is also podcasting. Podcasting is a thing that has come up in waves over the last few years. That is also something that you can do online. Yes, online. Under podcasting, you can be a podcast assistant, production assistant, you can do the content creation, you can do the guest coordination, what have you. There's outreach, podcast outreach, like getting people onto podcasts. That's an entire job on itself. So as you can see, there are different jobs online that you can do, and not the, I'll get an account and do these jobs. No big deal to getting an account and all that stuff, but honing in on the type of job that you want and actually reaching out to the clients yourself earns you better than using the account way. Yeah, I'll get to that. Then say event management, you can do webinars, you can do live events, and you can specifically be an event coordinator, like online event coordinator, and that's a thing, right? Then people have used the online space as a place to have their shops, right? And retail is a big thing right now online. It's called e-commerce, right? You've heard of Amazon, Shopify, WooCommerce, all those platforms where people can sell things online. It's a thing that is coming up. And so it's the online space is huge. And when we started, people like me, when I started off my journey using accounts. So I started off as a transcriber. So I signed up to different transcription accounts, did that, but where I really earned really good money was having personal clients. So what I did for that, I did that on Upwork. Then Upwork was really good. There wasn't a lot of competition. It was relatively easier to find work than it is nowadays. And when I was getting in, the people who had gotten into Upwork when it was Odesk, say by the time people like us were coming in, it was actually harder to get jobs. Now you can imagine the people who started it off as Odesk, what they can say about it right now. It's totally difficult, but it was a really good place to start. There's a variety of people you'll meet there. There are good clients, there are those who want to just pay you peanuts. And then there's another one like Fiverr. Fiverr was good, but as with the name Fiverr, it pays you, starts from $5 an hour to get paid to work on Fiverr. So yeah. $5 is not the best amount you can earn, right? Working online, and you can imagine how much more you'll need to work to get a decent amount that you can live on per month. So as I said, it's really good working with clients. We will talk about how to get personal clients, people who you can speak to directly, how you can talk to them about how much you want paid, and how you can package yourself, decide how much to get paid. Actually, that one I can find someone who will do it better. I'll have the questions and they will explain about packaging yourself, because they all okay. I can start it off, then I can find them to add on to the things that I missed, because they really helped me when I was doing packaging myself as a freelancer. So that gives you a bit of understanding about the types of jobs that are there online. As you've seen, it's just think about it and you will definitely somehow find a job that's related to whatever it is that you want. And the beauty of working online is that it's easy to make a niche for yourself in the industry. Like last year, I didn't actually know there was something that was called podcast outreach, right? I didn't know. But the moment I got into a job and was thrown into doing that, I realized it's an actual job. There are literal agencies that do that, specifically that, helping people get onto other people's podcasts, right? So and before that, I called myself an online event manager. It's a job, it's there. It sounds crazy, but it's actually there. Whatever it is that you think about, or whatever it is that you do right now offline, you can see if there's a version of it online, right? And if you want to get started online and you don't even know how to start, where to start, you can look at the list of online jobs and you're like, oh my god, no, okay. You've said there are all those stuff. There is, if I think of something, say, let's say I want to start with podcast, then there is podcast assist, there is outreach, there is coordinating guests, there is all this stuff. So which one do I take? Can I do all of them, or do I have to pick one? Say you want to do writing. Okay, there is normal article writing, there is SEO kind of writing, there is copywriting, there are different sorts of writing. So which one do you pick? It's very, sometimes you can get in your head about this. And the next video I will be telling you, how do you choose what line to follow, or not even what line to follow, because as you can see my journey, I have been transitioning from different stuff to where I am right now. And that's also another perk of working online. You can transition from whatever it is that you are doing currently, and no one will penalize you for that, right? Like when you work offline, like how I started off in transcription, and then after a major event happened in my life, and now I had to do writing. And then okay, I thought writing would work then better, and then I went from writing to actually being a remote worker. It was a hybrid position where I would work by myself remotely, and then there are times where we would meet physically. So that there I did a lot of event management, online event management. And then I went on to, like online business management, where I managed a specific events management for a life coach. And then before long, I was doing podcast outreach. And then I decided to hone in on podcast, right? Those are a lot of things to do. And when you're doing that offline, recruiters will be like, wait, so decide, what do you want to do? And choose what it is that you want. You cannot keep and changing every time. How do we know which field you're good at, right? That is what they will ask you when you're finding jobs offline. But when you're online, all the skills that you've learned from your previous kinds of jobs, they boost up your sort of CV or your experience when you're marketing yourself, when you're pitching yourself to the next client, right? All that is seen as a positive, whereas mostly when you're offline, if you do something like what I've done, it will be seen as a negative, right? So those are the perks of working online. And yeah, there are different types of jobs that you can do. So you can start off with this video, then I will give you some resources where you can learn more about all the jobs that are there online, in the online world. And then in the next video, I'll be sharing how do you choose the path. Like me, I started off as in transcription, then I went progressing and finding a niche for myself, and I finally landed here. And I think I'll stay with this for as long as I can because it's interesting. It's a growing field, podcasting, that is. It's a growing field, and even in Kenya, people are learning about it. There are a few podcasts that have come up, and in the West, it has been there for a very long time. Not very long, but we can say the last 7 years. I'll confirm if that's true. So, with all that, I hope if you have any questions, do let me know. If you know of an industry that I've not mentioned, put it in the chat, in the comment box. I think that's the chat. Still learning. Put it there and join me in the next video. Looking forward to getting your feedback. Tell me if this gives you a better understanding of what types of online jobs are there, or if it opens up your mind from what you knew before, and it makes you interested in learning about the online world and starting a career for yourself in the online industry. So thank you so much for staying through to the last point of this video. It was nice hanging out with you, and see you in the next one. Bye.